This is not even the same motorcycle. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with our 1971 CL175 that we just picked up for $300. So far we spent about an hour and a half on it, and our chore today is first see if we can get it to look less like a boat anchor and more like a motorcycle, and then see if we can get it to run. Stay with us. I did weld up the center stand so that it'll stand upright without assistance. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull the seat off because I wanna be able to clean underneath it and everything. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, let's see if we can get the seat off. Oh, just to make our life a little easier. Oh, we'll have to find that. Fell somewhere. Okay. Come on. Oh, we'll have to find that too. I think I heard it hit the ground. Come on. Okay, got the seat off. This seat pan is not awful. It's not crunchy on the edges, so maybe a cover, maybe a little bit more foam, we'd be good to go. Okay, so I went to Home Depot this morning and picked up a collection of stuff. Don't know which one's better or worse, but I got some Zepp Industrial Purple degreaser, some Dawn heavy duty power wash dish spray, some Comet with bleach, some old engine degreaser, and some Rust Aid to maybe remove rust. Okay, let's take a walk around this lovely specimen. Keeping in mind, I spent about an hour-ish already pressure washing it. This is what it looked like before we started. And this is what it looks like now. It is considerably better now, but it is awful. Look at the pile. This is mostly animal poo. Look, you can still see some right there. It just sat in the shed and it just got pooed on. This, like I said, this is considerably better than what it was, and it's awful right now. I'm okay with saying that, but we're gonna try to do what we can to make it better. And that's why I wanted to take the seat off so I can clean all this out and try to get, look, these wheels are so bad. Apologize for it being bright outside, but I kind of like it. It's nice. The weather here is perfect right now, so it's going to get into the middle 60s today, so I'll enjoy being outside while we can. Yeah, it's just bad news. Look, we got rust here, but most of it is just grime. Look, we have got all the washers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess use the bolt you have. It worked. That's pretty crazy. So let's see what we can spray on this first to let it sit, and then see if we can start cleaning this up. I'm curious to see if this will soften it up. I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to give it a shot. So, and I just want to spray it on the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I was looking at it right here, and it says also great for refrigerators, stained clothes, and a grill. I pulled the sticker off to see if it had motorcycles on the back, but it doesn't, but we'll find out. The good thing about this thing is you hold it and it kind of has a long spray. So I want to get the tank good. I want to get the engine really good to see if we can break up some of the animal poo that's on it and let that soak while we're doing some other things before we get to the degreaser. I'm just curious because this stuff is still safe for the ducks. So we know if it's good enough for the ducks, it's good enough for us. So I just want to see if I can get it everywhere. So let me hose this thing down and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Look at this front fork. And again, I already pressure washed this. But that animal crap just sticks. So I'm hoping this does some good. And if it does, maybe it's something new we can use in the future. If this gets this off. I'll be amazed. Okay, I got it all hosed down. We're just gonna let it soak for a minute. You can see that it is working just by the color of the foam coming off of this guy. So we're gonna let it cook for a little bit. So that is working. I just finished this side, so this guy's got some goo coming off of it too, which is good. We'll let it cook, and then we'll pressure wash it again. Okay, so while this is soaking, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Comet on here and the sponge and see if I can get off some of that stuff on this tank. I did put some of that Zepp engine, that degreaser on here, just so I can make me a little paste. And I've got a sponge, and I'm gonna go to scrubbing. Now, some of you guys may be saying, well, Eric, it could be a little coarse. Did you see what the tank looked like? I don't think I can make it worse. I'll put some more of this on there. I'm gonna use the other side too. Let's get a little bit more juice. And then we'll keep scrubbing at this. It is getting stuff off. It all depends on how much elbow grease you want to use. I'm gonna keep scrubbing this. I'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Hey, we definitely have more blue than brown. It's getting better. See how the engine does with our Dawn power wash. That's a pretty color right there. Right here. Boy, I wish it was that color. This is definitely going to take more than one washing, but that's okay. I'm kind of committed to how much elbow grease it'll take to get it done. Okay, let me clean you off. Okay, let's just pause just for a moment. This hub is looking way better. We're still not there yet, but this is just from crap, just from just running down. But look how good these wheels are looking. That's already starting to come clean. It's starting to come clean. This is light years compared to where it was. Okay, here's where we are now. I mean, it's better. We're getting closer. We still have lots of funk on here. I think I'm just gonna have to get down there and scrub that. And I got a lot of rust in a bunch of places. So I think what I'm gonna move to right now while I'm scrubbing is I think I'm gonna hose some stuff down with this rust aid, this rust remover, and I'm gonna get my foam pad and I'm gonna scrub the wheels and all that stuff while that's cooking. And let's see if we can get it better. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. Oh, I've never used this rust aid before, so we're gonna keep an eye on it. We're not gonna leave it on long. We're gonna hose it down, just kind of spray everything and see if it, and then we'll hose it off, see if it makes a difference. We'll only leave it on for maybe 5 minutes or so. This is not even the same motorcycle. Guys, all we used, and we'll walk around this sucker in just a moment, all we used so far, Dawn power wash, because it's good enough for the ducks, it's good enough for us. A little bit of Comet with the Zepp in the spray bottle to make the paste for the tank, and then the rust aid. Look at these wheels. Look at these wheels. They're not perfect, but you remember what they looked like before? That's what they used to look like, and then this is what they look like now. We still got cleaning to do. We're not done yet, but geez. We even got off more of the rust here. We still have some more to go. You can see where it pulled off some of the paint, but that's okay. I'd rather it be faded and silver than it be rusty. So we got more work to do up here. We'll probably just wet sand that and just get it down to get rid of the rest of that rust. But like the back here, look at this exhaust. The outside of the exhaust looks really good. The engine's cleaning up. Still, we're not there yet. It doesn't really pay to go to this side because you can't really see. But equally as good. And again, the one thing I did notice with all we used, and again, all we used was basically the Dawn Power Wash and the rust aid for the most part. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, maybe you can see it up here. It started to discolor the chrome a little bit up here where it was pulling the plating off. So I did the rust aid in several applications, spray it on, let it sit for a couple, basically run a lap around the whole thing and then start spraying it off and then do it again. So I probably did that until the bottle was empty. But look at the rear wheel. Remember what this looked like? Look, the sprocket is clean. Oh, let's see, can I even turn this thing? Yeah. Remember, it was bad. But it's, yeah, some of the paint came off where it was rusted through the paint. That's where you see these little things. It's okay, we can paint this. We're not done yet, but geez, is that light years ahead of where it was? Most definitely, most definitely. Okay, let's see if we can get this tank off. And just so we can hose out underneath it, because we may have to get to the point, to the coils. Let me get some snips. Okay, I had super hard fuel lines here, so, and we're gonna have to clean this tank, so let's get this off of here. They just break. Okay. So I wonder what lies beneath. Come on. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and get these air cleaners off so that we can then get to the carburetor and see what we need. Okay, I got the air boxes off, so let's go ahead and take these spark plugs out. Looks like it was running a little rich. So this one is just like the other one. So let's check the oil. Oh, this thing hasn't been off in years. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's got some in it. It's kind of just dirty. We'll have to change it. Once we get it running, we'll heat cycle it a couple times, then we'll change the oil. Okay, at least it has some in it. Okay, let's take these caps off. Let's snip these wires and see if we can get maybe a better connection right there, and then see if we get spark. Okay, let's go ahead and clean up these spark plugs and just hopefully that they'll work enough. Because I don't have any of these spark plugs here. This is the only one I have. Only two I have, let me put it that way. So let me clean these up. I'll clean up both of them and then we'll check to see if we have spark. Cleaning these points. Okay, let's hose that down. Okay. Keep an eye out right here. Let's see if we get some spark. Oh yeah, we got all the Katy Perrys. Let's see if this sucker will run. Okay, we got the carbs off, so let's take a look at them. There we go. Let's get both of them. Oh, come on, let go. Turn loose. Oh, they don't look bad on the inside. That float is actually working. Oh, look at these. These suckers look brand new on the inside. That float is stuck. Maybe it's coming out now. Oh, it's sticky. It's not. Yeah, let's see if we can get that off. And let's pull these jets off and see if we can clean them up. But boy, that looks good on the inside, doesn't it? Are those factory jets? Hopefully they are. Let's pop them off. I like this. Oh, it was loose. That may be a good sign. Maybe not a good sign. Let's see. Well, no, they were. I don't think anybody's done anything to it. I just think this, because the guy I got it from, when I got to his house, it was still in the trailer. He hadn't even unloaded it to look at it. So we'll check to see if those are clogged. I got my jet cleaners right here. And by jet cleaners, these are just, I'll show you. So yes, these guys right here, my jet cleaners, my wires I use, come from this brush right here. Harbor Freight Special comes with that. You just pluck the whole thing out. Just grab it with a pair of pliers. Here, I'll show you. And just pull the, maybe not these pliers. Oh, there you go. And you just pull the whole thing out. And then now I've got a whole bunch more of these jet cleaners. And they work out perfect. Then I just hang this guy back on the shelf until I know I don't replace it till I get down to just a couple of them left. And the good thing is they come in a 3-pack of those brushes. So then just shove my jet cleaner through, or the bristle of the wire brush. Make sure it's clear. That's the idle. Oh, boy, I should launch that sucker across the lawn. Hopefully, if I just put some fuel in it, sucker should run. Everything looks good on the inside. I need to pull these floats off just so I can unstick this needle. Okay, just tapping this pin out. This thing looks brand new. And I'm just doing a quick and dirty job right here on the bed of the truck. Just tap, tap, tap. I like to use that little pick. This one's probably gonna come out good. Yeah. Everything looks pretty good in there. We're gonna hose it down with some carb cleaner and then we'll put it all back together. Starter button's not working. Let's do this. See if I can turn the idle up. Come on. Stay alive. Come on. Let's try it again. Oh, it's not good. It runs. We got a running motorcycle. CB175, CL175, CB175 engine. Let's see if it'll crank back up. Give it a little bit of gas. Yes. good. It is smoky, but it's got 2-stroke fuel in it. In here, there's some 2-stroke. No. Come on, not one to idle. Yet. We'll just hold it for a little bit. It's not going to stay running, that's okay. We'll turn it off. We could check a whole bunch of things, but as of right now, it runs. Pretty much on command. We hit it with the starter button and it works. So our $300 CL175 is, let me turn this fuel off, is running. And the only money we spent so far is about $35 on cleaning supplies that I bought earlier today. So we're at $335 and this thing is running. But that Dawn power wash and then that rust aid on top, and then several times of pressure washing. I'm gonna need to get the brass brush out and just go through all of these to get off all this stuff. It's considerably better than it was. And it runs, which is pretty freaking awesome. And I spent, let's see, so about an hour and a half the first time, $300 in an hour and a half, and then this time we spent another probably 2 hours getting it to this clean spot, and then maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours. So let's say we're up to 6 hours. We're up to 6 hours right now on this. And I'm gonna try to locate, I'm gonna call in some, check with my friends, see if I can find a seat. And I'm gonna need to do some serious work on this tank, because when we were working on the bike, you can see the kind of greeny spots right there. That's where it's got some rust holes, and you can see that it's had some rust hole repair. And I'm gonna continue the same method of JB Weld booger rust hole repair. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You know, the inside, the bad thing is the inside of this tank is so good. You know, nothing crazy in there, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna stick some more JB Weld on these spots. We'll sand them, rub some stuff in there, and see if we can get it to stop. But yeah, when I rinsed it out, it was just, it looked like a fountain. But it's considerably better. We'll do that. If I can locate locally a tank, that's what we'll do, if I can locate one. But other than that, this sucker is coming along. So in the next episode, we will focus on getting it to run a little bit better. I think I may, if I can find one, I think I may replace these the coils, just because these wire, look, that wasn't even connected. So it's, if I can think I can get an Amazon one here in the next day or so, I'll just replace that. It'll make it run better, probably make it idle better, all that other stuff. So that's a problem. We'll do that mechanically, and then we'll adjust the, just make sure it's running good. Probably paint the frame. We got it nice and clean. We'll paint the frame, and then we'll start to maybe see what we can do. We may repair this crack in this fender, and by crack in the fender, we may put a little weld right here on the end and then leave the rest there, just to keep it from doing that. We're not gonna go through and repair the whole thing. We'll put a spot, maybe a little spot weld on the backside, just because it's doubled over there, so I should have enough metal so I won't burn through. And I should be able to stick it right there. If I can do that, then it'll make it stay in place. We'll be a little bit better for that. And then we'll start to make it look prettier. This is awesome. We're not going to worry about trying to get side covers for this thing. So I may just rebuild these air cleaners just by ripping out all the paper and then just putting some foam in there and then just sticking it back on. Why? Because I have the foam here and I don't have to worry about where foam's going to come from. You know, where locating an air cleaner. Again, I'm trying to keep this as inexpensive as possible. And that's the main reason why we're probably not going to get, I'm not going to even look for side covers because I did already and they're expensive for that. I'd love it if it had it, but I'm not going to do it. I do need to find a taillight solution, and we will straighten up this back fender a bit. It's a little cattywampus, but if we can do that, we'll be good to go, just to make it look better. But yeah, it's just shocking at how clean these wheels came out, because you guys remember what it looked like, right? It was no bueno. It looked like it was on the Titanic. It was bad news, but it is coming along and it's running really good. We'll probably drop the oil too and replace it. I'd like to heat cycle it a couple of times, get some heat in the engine, let all the gunk, if there is any, to settle its way down to the bottom before we dump it. So we'll do that, but we're moving right along. I'm super stoked about this one. And again, it didn't take a lot of time. Just keep plugging away at it and making it work. We may have to fix the starter button just because we still don't have a Kickstarter. And I'll look on maybe the other engine and see if I can, if this shaft doesn't go all the way through, if I can just replace it from right there. Pull off the side cover. But the only bad thing is if I pull off this case cover, then I've got to get a gasket because we know it's not going to last. It's not going to make it. Look at this. Guys, after all the time, and we're going to have to pressure wash it a couple more times. After all the times of pressure washing, look at this stuff. There's still stuff. It's crazy. And it's better than it was. I mean, it's crappy. This is, thankfully, we got all the loose stuff off and that, but it's bad news. We do have to repair some wires too. This guy looks like it caught on fire at some point, so we'll have to do that. This guy, I don't know if it actually caught on fire or it got pooped on so long that it just ate it. Same thing with this points wire. It's got a connector here that is taped up. It's got another one in the middle, so we're going to replace that, make that fit a little bit better. But I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Can't wait to ride it. We are going to need to source some tires. I'm going to dig around upstairs in the attic and see if I have a tire that I can put on back here. Front one is holding air, which is awesome. It's good for around the neighborhood, not good for high-speed chases, but it'll good so I can roll it around. And I need to find one for back here. If I can do that, that'll be good. So guys, the $300 CL175 is now a runner and looks less like it was on the Titanic and more like it was just left on the beach, which is good, way better. So guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.